Let's see here.
Previously on the Chaotic Neutral podcast. In an uncharacteristically benign turn of events, the shadowy denizens of the city of Kiva forgave Fozzie the Owlbear for his lapse of training, released our protagonists, and gave them the relic the party sought, all with a minimum of hassle. Unfortunately, not everything went smoothly, as a sudden teleport performed by their captors dropped the party on a desolate shore. What new threats and opportunities will they find in the arid steppes? Find out in this week's episode of the Chaotic Neutral podcast. I am joined tonight by Amy.
Hi, I play Kiki.
And Bert. I fuck it up every week. God damn it. Shane.
It doesn't matter anymore. Warlock!
And Dan.
Hi, bored as ever, play Barbarian.
And David.
Always last. Kai.
Well, remember,
Saving the
you
best.
don't matter.
Play Kai, the
And-
monk.
And I am your dungeon master, Caleb. Alan once again couldn't make it because he has a life, and I think I'm just gonna kill Fennel off or something. Alan can roll a new.
He
Yeah,
died
I
of
can-
exhaustion in the desert.
Alan Fozzie was really hungry, and Fennel was looking really tasty. And before anyone figured out what happened, your guts were gone. So,
Taking the
anyways, last time you guys were sort of wandering through some desert steppes, and you crested a ridge, and you saw a caravan moving along the valley below. You were spotted by their outriders. Kiki tried to sneak up on them, but failed miserably, and did that comic style tumble down the hill and land flat on her ass, legs swayed out in front of her, looking up. And what you see when you look up, I'm going to say you landed at the feet of one of the outriders. He is about 7 feet tall. He doesn't have skin. He has sort of green chitinous plates. And you notice that he's got 4 arms, and he's looking down at you with big, multifaceted eyes, and a little pincer is sort of clicking at his mouth.
Jesus Christ. I was going to suggest we rob him, but now I'm kind of scared.
Twitch.
I didn't know we were
shows
facing
something,
Thrycreen.
But I'm not on the same page as Twitch. Should we be seeing something?
Yeah. Refresh your Twitch.
No, I see a map on my.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't moved you guys there yet. I'll let the viewers see what's coming. And Kiki by extension. Although I guess I can move you guys over. This isn't actually the scene you guys are at, but it sort of gives you an idea of the
That's where I think it's going
of the caravan. So you've got there are 4 carts. And you have these Thrycreen outriders. And the bug thing, Kiki, is just sort of looking down at you. He kind of cocks his head quizzically, and he sort of looks over his shoulder and says, "Boss, we got company." And off of the second cart in the caravan, this short little creature in sort of resplendent purple robes, sort of jewelry all over the place, but he looks like a little raven person, jumps down off the cart and sort of scampers out, not scampers, but you know how birds do that weird little hop jump movement, over to you, and he says, "Ah, potential customer. Welcome to my caravan. Are you lost in the desert? Do you need water? Do you need supplies? Krakow has it all." He's adorable.
Isn't there water right there?
Again, David, this isn't actually the terrain. Begins
Thanks for
already.
taking the bullet on that one. I was going to say the same thing.
Good job, David.
Yeah.
And right now it's just Kiki down there. You guys, as far as I know, are still sort of up at the top of the slope.
I get up and dust myself off.
And he helps.
Nuh-uh. Does he really?
He tries. Like, he offers you a hand to sort of pick yourself up with.
Nope. I don't take a hand. But he doesn't like try and actually brush me off, does he?
He'll try to like sort of help you out. Like
No.
you get the sense that he's legitimately trying to make you feel welcome and at home.
Don't touch me. I will stab you.
It's not
I
in your
don't say
control.
it, but that's what my eyes say.
And he sort of hops back a step and cocks his head at you. And
How big is he? Bigger than me?
he's about the same size as you. So he steps back and he cocks his head and he opens his mouth and even though his mouth isn't making these noises, you hear come out of it, and then he's like, "There's no reason to be rude, miss. I'm just trying to be a gracious host. Would you like laundry services?"
I suggest one of you start coming over here before I start stabbing people.
I was gonna look over to Kai and say, dude, I'll bet you 10
And
gold
you
she's gonna
you
fuck
notice
this up.
coming up behind him is a large, probably 6-7 foot tall creature made of wood and metal.
I call Fozzie over.
Hey, Bert. Maybe if we throw Zerf down, we see what happens.
Are we back to full
Do you
health?
really want to try that
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, so you're all at full health.
No.
I kind of wanted to see him tumble down a hill, but whatever.
Um,
Let's
Yeah, I
all
call
tumble down the
Fozzie.
hill.
and the creature of wood and metal makes some whirring and clanging and beeping noises, and Krakow turns and makes a similar series of whirls and bloops and bleeps back at him, and the creature, the big robot thing, just sort of stands about a step behind Krakow.
Do I know what that is?
You can roll me just gonna say a knowledge, an intelligence, and we'll say this is for everything. Oh, nat 20.
You know everything about this guy.
So you've identified that the Outriders are Thrycreen, sort of tribalistic nomad hunters. You know that the Merchant is a Kinku, which are Raven people. You know that the creatures pulling the carts are called Bazrogs, and you know that that it's a Warforged that is standing behind the Kenku.
Okay, so do I know, are these people good or bad? Like, I don't know anything.
They all could go either way. Kenku do have a reputation for being thieves and spies.
So did he touch me at all then?
If you gave him the "don't fucking touch me" look, he didn't.
Uh-huh.
But he did sort of give you the "there's no reason to be rude,"
I
but
just
in a
checked
very
my,
friendly
like,
way.
pockets to see if he took anything.
Everything's in place.
I obviously check my pockets, like I know that he's a thief. Start doing, the opening my bags to see if everything's there.
Trying to think of a noise he could make that would.
Can't sound.
He stands there patiently, sort of tapping a toe.
I start tapping my toe.
See, I thought he was gonna do like an Archimedes thing. Like, do you guys remember that Disney film? Was it the Sword in the Stone? Yeah, just just puffing up his feathers and getting all.
No, he looks. Kiki's the only one there. Kiki kind of gets the sense that he's a little disappointed. Like this is. He doesn't. He's not surprised by your reaction, but he's a little offended.
As he should.
Okay, I'm coming down.
Good. I'm not diplomatic, people.
Well, neither am I, but
Leave me there long enough, and I will start stabbing people.
I come down and I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Bert. This is my compatriot Kiki. How are you?
You must be the leader of this group. You appear poor equipped to live in the desert. I have sunshades. I have silks to wrap your heads. You do need to protect that fair complexion from the sun, do you not?
As he's saying
and
that, I walk into picture.
we offer baths and shaves, good sir.
Don't shave him. Don't even say the word.
Those fighting words.
And
Get you killed.
you notice that he peppers his speech with sound effects. So like when Bert appears, he says, you must be the leader. He opens his mouth and you hear a crowd going, yay! And when Zerf shows up, he does a whistle.
I'm not sure what the significance
Like
is.
a slide, like the I can't even think of it, but the slide whistle.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Comical.
we could probably use some equipment, but so where are we exactly? How far are we from Alha? Did you know that?
It's several days that way, but you don't want to go to Allah. We're avoiding it. I hear there's unrest in the city, and that's bad for business.
Good for killing.
That's pretty good for us, though, because at least it's there before we got there.
Well, you like shinies, yes? Would you like to earn shinies? Caravan
hell is
guards
a
are
shiny?
always needed. Shiny! And he sort of like does one of these, and you see all the rings on his fingers like all catch the sun and glitter.
Give a shit about shiny.
Where's he headed that he needs a guard?
Well, this is dangerous land. There are haunted ruins. There are, as I said, there's unrest in Allah. It's just not a settled time. But that is when the best profits are to be made.
Do we know how many men are in this caravan? How many people?
You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Thrycreen guards, the Warforged bodyguard. You get the sense that if push comes to shove, Krakow is willing to bloody his feathers. And you also see that there's a human passenger in one of the carts sort of observing this intently. Is Kai still standing up on the ridge, or did he come down too?
I'm still standing on the ridge.
Does he look out of place? The human?
The human?
Yeah.
His dress is a little odd. It's not like anyone's clothes that you've seen before.
I call down Kai just so everybody's with us. Like, come on down. We got things to discuss. So
Reluctantly, I go down.
when he gets there, I bring up the situation. I politely, excuse myself from Krakow's company and go talk to everybody. And it's like, we're kind of poorly equipped. I mean, we don't have any food, no sunshade. We could probably use the money. Well, 3 of us can.
I'm sure
And-
Lee Howe wants some food.
And yeah, Lee Howe could use some comfort just so he doesn't
I'm a
wither
joke.
away.
There was an exchange that I forgot to narrate. When Lee Howe showed up, he kind of does one of these gestures. It's like, Kinku, vermin, and Krakow cocks his head and adopts this sort of mocking pose and actually sings some of the notes from one of Lee Howe's favorite songs, and Lee Howe gets really pissed off.
So what's
This
the
is
problem
going
there?
So well.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with what is this?
They're vermin. They're thieves. They're dirty. They're just
He's dirty.
vermin.
Oh, were you pointing at Zerf at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's filthy enough for all of them.
But Zerf doesn't try to steal from honest working
I'm a
citizens.
I'm a vermin. I'm a thief. I'm a thief and he's dirty.
Yeah,
Such a
and
douche.
he's like, and Kenku are dirty and thieves. Do you see the problem? They're also duplicitous. They have no loyalty. They can mimic anybody. You saw him stealing my work.
I feel like he's describing me.
Can I do an insight check on I already forgot his name, the Kenku,
Krakow.
Krakow. See if he's actually on the level
Yeah.
with me. I don't know if he's like for the earning of money part. 17.
You get the sense that he is always looking for opportunity, always looking to make a deal. And he thinks that he can get some extra muscle for this trip on the cheap.
So what do you guys think? You want to go? You want to tag around with these guys for a bit instead of
What's he offering?
money, jewels?
Yeah.
And he sort of sidles up to you guys, and he goes, I'm so sorry to interrupt, friends, but we really must get going. There's my guides tell me that there's an oasis just a few miles ahead. We can stop there, rest, have our leisure, and you can discuss and make your decision. And if you choose not to come with us, that's fine. I hope you buy something. If not, it's no hard feelings. We can go from there.
Let's at least go that far, so that we're not alone in the desert. You know.
He reaches for your shoulder, but he really just sort of hits your thigh. And he's like, "That's a good man. You should listen to him, friends." And he turns around and sort of skips off towards the caravan. You can roll me your perception if you want, Bert.
Oh, that son of a bitch. What the hell's my perception? 17.
Okay. I saw someone roll something in
That
D20.
was just me rolling. I carry dice with me. It's how I'm going to make my decisions from now on.
How much did he take?
You'll have to wait till you check your purse.
You jackass. You let him touch you?
I didn't let him. He just walked up and slapped me in the ass.
So you guys can sort of pick which cart you want to ride in. You do notice that he appears to have family in his cart. You see a couple sort of bills peering through curtains out at you.
All right. Before we go, I'm going to see if I can buy a parasol from him. Because I'm very pale.
And he is happy to oblige you with the finest silk parasol from the glittering coast.
You may want to check your.
This is why I'm doing it. Trying not to meta this too much.
You're not missing any gold.
Oh.
You're actually not. You're not missing anything.
Uh-huh.
Not missing anything that I knew about. I would know if my book was gone. I mean, it's on a leather strap around me, right? Actually,
Yeah.
if it got too far away from me, it would just disappear. Okay.
We'll say. Where's it good? Oh, there we go.
Oh, wait, does he have, actually, instead of that, does he have a big, gay, floppy hat? And, like, enormous sunglasses?
He has head wrap. He recommends the head wraps, the Lawrence of Arabia style head wraps. But he does have big floppy hats, and he does have parasols. They're all of like the finest silk. And so, regardless of what you choose, he is asking. He's asking 15 gold.
For either one of them.
For any one of these items.
Uh,
And he'll go so far as to model the floppy hat, and it's very amusing. Because it's already a big floppy hat.
I'll go for the big floppy hat, and if he has sunglasses, I'll take those. I don't know if those are things.
No.
Shaded lenses. Okay. Damn it! I wanted
Those
to
are
look
sort
like,
of a specialty thing for like smithing.
I wanted to look like Hunter S. Thompson from Johnny Depp from Fear and Loathing.
we can't stop here.
Do you have any cigarette holders?
Someone was giving those fucking dinosaurs booze. It's a goddamn lizard orgy in here. So does anyone else buy anything?
I'm hanging
No.
back away from everybody.
Okay. So he lets out a high whistle, and the entire caravan gets going again. You guys are welcome to ride on carts if you want. If not, they're moving at a relatively slow pace.
Are they covered?
Two of the wagons are covered and seem to have living quarters.
And can I sit on top of the covering?
Yes, they're more like carriages or gypsy-style house
That's
wagons.
where I'm riding.
Okay. So there's a Thrycreen. Well, which one do you ride on? Most of them are driven by Thrycreen. One is driven by Krakow. One is driven by.
The one in the back.
Okay. So that one has a Thrycreen on it.
We don't talk.
Go ahead and roll me a perception. So you do notice that, as you guys are going along, he's using two hands to sort of steer the Basrog. With the other two, he seems to be like whittling something, and he's humming this sort of low cicada-like drone that you get the sense is actually music of some sort, but you feel like your ears can't pick up several of the pitches necessary for it to make sense.
What are the things pulling the carts?
They're called Basrog. Let me
Are they bigger than Fozzie?
look them up.
Are they mean?
Are they in the monster
Yes.
manual?
They're ill-tempered. No.
Oh.
Fozzie stays away from
Let's see.
I can keep track of Fozzie if you want.
Yes, please. Sort of forgot about him when I jumped up on the caravan.
Ooh, shiny new toy.
Yeah, something to ride on. Oh yeah, I have a Fozzie.
Oh, these guys are smaller than I thought they were, so I'm gonna size them up for my purposes.
They're
Um,
fighting Basra.
They're medium-sized, but they're built like tanks. Well, I guess that. They have psychic sensitivity, and that they're sort of ill-tempered, but they can be tamed and used as guards or beasts of burden.
Sweet.
And they look like that.
Kind of look like Skags. Is that it?
Kinda.
Okay.
I want one.
Did they throw up?
So that's what Kiki's doing. What about the rest of you guys?
I want to ride with the Warforged. Or the Metal Man.
So you're up with Krakow and
Guess I have.
his Warforged. So what do you do?
I don't know. I find out what the role of the Warforged is. Like, can I talk to him, or is he just doing clicks and beeps and?
What do you say to him?
So what's your job, my good metal man?
He says, he sort of thumps his chest and goes, Ichiban, #1! And then a bunch of blurps and whistles. And
So-
Krakow, like, over his shoulder, does another, sort of like R2-D2. And then he goes, poor Ichi, he ran into some trouble back in his homeland, and that's all he can say in any tongue other than the one that he and I speak. Sorry.
Okay, so just add a game. If I communicate with him telepathically, we're gonna have a conversation, or is there gonna be or should I just leave it alone so you don't have to come up with the story for him?
That's a good question.
Because it says that I can communicate with something even if I don't have a common language, not just two.
Yeah, as long as it can understand language.
Yeah.
Is my understanding. So yeah.
I don't know if you want to make up a story for him or not.
No, like what do you ask him? What do you mental text him?
Oh, the same thing. Like, so I hear you. You can't talk.
He gets jealous because she hears that.
And I
do it.
I gave you the ability for it to be two-way, right? That was one of the things that you got.
Well, I think it can be two-way because the verbiage in the description says communicate with any creature telepathically. And that, to me, implies a back and forth two-way communication. If it said communicate to, I would think that you can issue statements to somebody and they can hear it, but they wouldn't be able to say anything back. It says, starting at first level, your alien knowledge gives you the ability to touch the minds of other creatures. You can communicate telepathically with any creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess they can talk back. So yeah, he goes, yeah. Lightning related injury. Forgot how to talk.
Ooh. Lightning tree. I think he's more fascinating since he can only say Ichiban #1. But I kind of want to do like, oh my god, I'm going to fuck it up, aren't I? If I do an Arcana. Would I be able to Arcana his speech pattern back?
Roll me an Arcana.
This might blow up in my face.
And tell me, give me some flavor on how you're trying to do this.
Well, first off, I'd give him the option. I'm not just going to say, I'm going to do surgery on you right now, and then bam, do it. You say, listen, I know a thing or two about the mysticism arts, and you seem to be running on magic.
Oh, sorry, I kept hearing these weird sounds. It's raining really hard. Like I thought
hearing-
the cat was.
Yeah, I'm hearing
I thought the
it.
cat was like pulling on the couch, but no, it's like big fat fucking raindrops.
Chubby Rain.
I don't know why that's funny.
Keep it together. KIT, keep it together. I love that movie. Amy hated that
It
movie.
was
I
so
loved it.
funny. I don't
Which
understand.
one?
Like, I can't. I don't know
Bowfinger.
anybody who's seen it.
Which one?
Like, nobody.
Bowfinger. Chubby
Oh,
Rain.
no, fuck.
Like the great new action movie, Chubby Rain.
Gotcha, suckers!
Yeah. All I need is one line. I just need a shot of him saying, "Got you, suckers."
So yeah, that's what I do. I proposed to him that I might be able to help him.
So before you do that, how do you intend? What's your plan to reverse this?
I guess it would be a two-part thing to see what went wrong, to see where the flow of, I guess, Arcana stops, and then
So
to see.
you'd be using like detect magic
Yeah.
to get a peek in his brain.
Yeah, like cast the ritual to see if I could see where the flow stopped.
And then what would you do from there?
See if I could science the shit out of this. No, see if I could just reconnect the Arcana flow. magic flow. So I'm not sure how to do it. If it's a physical thing, then I'd have to get in there. If it's just like a block of some kind that just needs a good power oomph, I can fix it.
Okay. So I sort of have an idea of how to make it work mechanically.
Okay.
So I guess your next step is you got to convince him.
Oh, does he not want to do it?
Well, you need to pitch it to him. Give him the elevator pitch.
Okay. Okay, Ichiban, my good man. Let me tell you something. I've been traveling in the stars for eons. Got trapped here, don't know how. Long story short, I think I can help you with your talking problem.
Roll me your persuasion.
I persuade nothing. Apparently I fart during the whole pitch, and I offend the hell out of him because back home that was just not cool. Roll the 1.
Oh.
Apparently this means fuck you in Warforged. Finger gun's not cool.
So he is forever opposed. He's convinced that you're gonna just like you're like, so here's what I want to do, and you explain it in such a way that he thinks that there's no possible way he's gonna get out of it with a functioning brain. Like, okay, I'm gonna open up your head, I'm gonna look at all the magic shit, and then I'm just gonna fucking magic it and make it better. And he sort of inches away from you, and he goes and sends you the mental text back of, "I'm good."
God damn it! Why the fuck did I put so many points in charisma if I can't do a goddamn thing with it?
If you keep rolling ones. All right.
Just sit back,
We'll
pouting.
go with Kai, because I always go left to right, and that means David's always last. But not today, David. Today you're third.
I'm just hanging at the back of the caravan.
Running along.
This is why
Just
you
running
always go
along.
last.
Yep.
Okay. Are you keeping an eye out for anything? Are you doing anything in particular?
I'm just watching.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Okay.
Or actually, maybe an insight would be better. Whichever's higher. So.
9.
Okay.
Or perception.
If perception's higher, you can add that one. It'd still be the 3. So I was gonna go off the original die rolls, but what would the modifier is the modifier for perception different?
No, they're both wisdom.
Okay. So yeah, you don't really notice anything of note. And Zerf.
I'm kind of just walking along with Fozzie.
Is there gonna be a
Amy
custody
kinda
battle
just
coming
went-
up?
Amy just kind of
Mommy
went,
and Daddy
"Oh!"
are fighting again.
What happened? What happened?
Well, just Zerf's like, I'm gonna walk next to Fozzie because Amy just kind of ran off. Like,
You can't just leave your kid back. Oh my god.
Exactly what I did.
If you're not gonna take care of your pet, we can't have him around anymore.
But since he
Shut
was,
your mouth.
I just don't want another incident happening, so I'm basically keeping an eye on him.
and Lee Howe goes into the middle carriage where one of you saw the human peeking out, and Kiki, you can see him sort of looking out the back window, kind of seeming to consider Fozzie.
Who?
Lee Howe.
Okay.
Wait, he's what?
Roll me a perception.
25.
Apparently Kiki can read lips. Lee Howe seems to be remarking to whoever else is in the carriage that perhaps I should have teamed 2 owl bears. Do you know where I could find an owl bear around here?
What does that mean?
Are they like cats? Do they like company?
No, he's thinking, okay, I've got this one owl bear that two of my for lack of a better word, minions are fighting over.
Uh,
Do I need to get each of them an owlbear?
I'm using my observant feet to read lips.
Okay, so I'm going to say you have line of sight on Lee Howe, and you can catch this little observation as well.
Okay. I'm just.
He's like the father and the kids are fighting over a toy. It's like, damn it. I'm going to have to go back to Walmart and buy another one.
Both owlbears are identical. There's no distinguishing features.
His is bigger.
My brother said a thing last weekend at a barbecue with the family, and my youngest niece had just a horrible incident at the table. Not behavior, gastrointestinal.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's cleaning it up, he's like, there's that stupid biological imperative where you're, for like 3 or 4 years, you're like, man, it'd be really fun to have kids. And then once you've had a couple, you're like, no, not fun.
I must be missing that part of my brain,
Yeah.
along with a couple others.
So I think that's everyone. So after, a couple miles, so you're moving at a pretty slow pace, so it's about an hour or so until you get to this sort of oasis, 2 pools sheltered between some rocks. And the Thri-Kreen carts take up these positions. The Kenku family sort of sets up like a little picnic at the shores of one of the ponds. And the human, the Warforged, and the Kenku all sort of sit down and start eating. And they invite you to come over if you want and sit with them. Lee Howe will take them up on the invitation. What do you guys do?
I'll go sit down. I'll talk to the human and introduce myself.
Okay.
Because I don't think I rode with him, right?
No.
Yeah. Where is Bert Macklin? There we are.
He bows to you, and he says, greetings, another man of learning. I am Ivan Safir. I am a scholar, and it's always great to meet people, isn't it?
Sometimes.
And I couldn't decide if I wanted him to look like Nestor Carbonella, who played Richard Alpert in Lost, Guyliner, or
I didn't watch
Antonio.
the show. I guess, sorry.
Oh, or did you watch The Tick?
Yeah.
Live action?
The one with Warburton, Patrick Warburton. Yeah. I think I saw an episode.
Batmanuel.
Well, I have to look up a picture. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, he's the mayor. Nestor Carbonella.
Let me see. Okay, hold on. Oh, yes, this guy. Oh, okay. I could see that. Yeah, totally.
Either him or the token I picked was Antonio Banderas from The 13th Warrior. And he's
kinda
dressed like
Mr.
that.
Carbonell. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks perfect.
He does have that sort of cheerful demeanor, but he's dressed a lot more like Antonio Banderas and the covered head, flowing robes. And he asks you, so what brings you to this beautiful wasteland?
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? I wipe the out of shape sweat from my forehead. We were actually on our way to Alha. Ran into a little trouble. I think it was probably a good thing that we ran into this caravan because, I mean, I'm not doing so hot out here, but everybody else seems to be okay. I heard some troubles in Alha. What's that deal? What's going on with that?
I do not know. I wouldn't mind visiting. They have some great history and some beautiful structures and temples, but I've heard that it's just not safe. There are 2 factions warring over the city, and both claim to be the rightful rulers. So in the interest of not getting my head chopped off, I think I'm going to avoid it on the advice of my good Kenku friend here.
Hmm. Can I get an insight on this guy to see if he's hiding anything?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Here's the second one.
He is shady as all shit. He is duplicitous, scheming. He is lying to you to keep you out of Allah.
It is really good that I like that. I enjoy this guy. This is my people.
And I feel like Bert's sort of like he'll say something like oh our host has excellent taste in wine, and you're like doing the I see what you're doing there. And he's looking really confused. And Lee Howe's like, be cool, man.
And I just put up my hand like, I got this. All right. I know what's going on.
Okay, David.
Oh.
The Thrycreen closest to you does say, in his mantis buggy voice, I'm thinking, Zorak from Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Okay.
You've been invited to the pond for refreshments.
Okay.
I don't care if you go or not, but if you want to eat something other than what we got, then you should probably go eat with them.
Shoot.
And he pulls out like a big wriggling grub and just sort of bites its head off with his mandibles.
Can I try some?
Your funeral. Hands it over.
Take a big bite.
All right. Roll me a Constitution check.
Okay.
Come on,
Why would you do that, David?
do one?
Where is it?
Comedy.
Where is it?
Puke.
I can't find it.
In the words of Bill Cosby, he pukes and thinks his shoes will come out.
Sorry.
You know, in Canada, we call a slow Cosby love.
No.
Oh, there it is.
I am the prophet.
Natural one, ladies and gentlemen. So Kai, you take a big ol' honkin' bite out of this grub, and it's hard to read Thrycreen faces, but you get the sense he's impressed, and you swallow it down, and you think to yourself for just a moment, slimy, yet satisfying.
Aw.
And then it all comes right back up. And he and the two other Thrycreen nearby both sort of, you get the sense they're
Laugh.
kind of chuckling.
Are we all eating together in the oasis, like all around the? Are we
Yeah.
all together? Okay.
So like there's sort of like a picnic thing set up and you're sitting around it.
I grab a bottle of wine from Lee Howe. I get up. I point at Kai and I yell, "Now it's a party!" Start guzzling.
I look at him and I'll go eat over there.
You do that, boss. So we'll go to Zerf.
I'm gonna like look at Amy and like take care of your thing here. Don't forget about him.
Mhm.
Since I'm a survivalist, would you say I would have some sort of bags or something like that, or canteens kind of thing to fill up with water, or an outdoor?
I would say yeah, that's a plausible thing for Zerf to have.
Okay. Then I will go over to the ponds or the water and start filling them up.
Okay.
One around,
And-
see what else I can find.
And finally, Kiki.
I take Fozzie over to the water that nobody's around
Okay.
and have him just sit and be by ourselves.
Bert Krakow looks at you and he says, You know how much you could get for a tamed owlbear?
Do I hear that?
I don't know. You're not sitting with them, so
No.
And he probably
You can
said
roll
it
me
on
a-
the fly.
you could roll a perception.
What the fuck?
um, roll 20 is not nice to it.
Well, I don't think that I don't think it's just roll 20. I think there's a curse going around.
I'm not
At
rolling
least
until
it
I
wasn't
need to.
important. It was not important.
Let's see. So Zerf is filling up.
Bert better have my back though.
You make fun of Zerf really loudly.
No, I'm gonna say with the one you hear just some stupid nonsense. Like, how many dogs can a cat blat blat? Like,
Dead owl bear.
What is wrong with these people?
I thought it was going to be something like that scene in Blazing Saddles where there's just a bunch of people sitting around a camp and they're just farting, and that's all she hears.
Sounds about right.
and
I like that story
Dudes.
better.
Just being dudes.
What are
Krakow.
the? Sorry,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what are the things that are pulling the carts again?
They're called Bazrog. They're sort of like big beetle dog things.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm also intrigued about those guys.
You could roll me a nature.
I could. If I knew what my nature was. Dang. Not. Can we do something besides nature?
Oh, didn't you have like survival or something like that as in place in
I'm
nature?
trained in
'Cause you-
survival.
Yeah, but survival's like
Oh.
more of these are the plants and animals that are good to eat. This is what you do in this sort of environment.
Two.
So you'd have no clue anything about these things. They are
Yeah.
completely alien to you.
All right.
For that matter, they're alien to just about everyone else here. I mean,
Looks
other
like-
than the people in the caravan.
I mean, it looks like Gordon Freeman brought him through a portal, is what they look like. They're pretty messed up.
So while you guys are eating, Krakow will entertain you with impersonations and all sorts of. You get the sense he can mimic literally anything he's ever heard.
Can I stealth and try and rob the caravans?
Yeah.
Gee, we didn't see that coming.
I was hoping. I was really hoping it wasn't going to happen.
Which cart do you try to? Well, first stealth.
I was hoping maybe she'd get so drunk before the game started that she'd just forget stuff.
Stealth is 23.
So the now roll me an insight.
Be right back.
19.
So you notice that the one that's stationed on the outcropping above you, as soon as you sort of start sneaking, just sort of ambles over here where he can get a better look at you. And you get the sense he's trying to make it look like he's not watching you, but he's totally watching you.
Alright.
Peeping at that ass.
It's creepy and weird.
I maintain that adult halflings are perfectly proportioned as adult people. They're just shrunk down.
So are children.
No,
No,
children don't have tits and developed ass.
their heads are
Oh.
huge.
It's weird. Really don't
Having trouble wrapping your head around that
know
concept?
that. I really am right now. I really am.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, Frodo and
I
Sam are grown-ass men, but they're tiny.
Their feet are big, but that was it.
Alright, I really tempted to make a distraction, but I don't.
All right. So, anyone else do anything?
Well, if he actually did that whole, you know how much an owlbear can get you?
Yeah.
I shoot it down graciously, just so it's not open on the table.
And he goes, okay, well, you know, if you change your mind.
We went through a lot to get her, and her. I don't even know the sex of the thing, but
I'd like it to be a girl, but I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier.
Kiki seemed to take a shine to her, and so is Zerf, and now this is whole friggin', you know, weekend visits, and it's a mess.
I mean, you could remove the problem from the equation altogether and make a tidy profit. But it's up to you. I'm not going to pressure you. He goes, that said, everything that we've had for lunch today is available in cart number 3 if you'd like to purchase more. And Lee Hao goes, I'll take you up on that. And he ambles over, buys a couple bottles of wine, buys a harness, and sort of then goes over to Fozzie and kind of situates the harness and some bags on the side of Fozzie.
No. No, he doesn't.
And he looks at Kiki and he goes, "Who tamed the owlbear?"
No.
Fozzie, do you mind this? And Fozzie sort of coos at him.
Okay. Let him do it. Go ahead.
Not a team player.
No, go ahead.
This is gonna become bad.
I like how everybody's just fed up.
You are such an Ashby. Last night when you and Ellen and I were playing Borderlands, it was always like 2 of us would be together, and then third, like either you or Alan would just fuck off into the middle of nowhere. It's like, how did they die way the fuck over there? Because they have to split the party.
I gotta get your Steam info because I want to play with you guys at some point.
Oh, you guys play on the computer?
Yeah.
Oh. Is there anybody around that looks like they have weapons training or, you know stuff about weapons?
Everyone here seems, except for Ivan Saphir, seems like they know how to handle whatever weapons they're carrying. Like, none of these are faking it.
I imagine they'd have to if they're going to be fending off desert raiders.
Well, I was looking see if there was training I could do or improving my weapons or whatever like that.
None of them are really teachers.
Okay.
Does anyone else do anything?
My plan was to talk to the human, Ivan Saphir, about magic stuff, but since I don't trust anything he's saying, and I think I'm going to have to say no. I mean, I'll do it for shits and giggles, but I'm not going to take anything away like it was true.
So after he finishes his lunch, he'll stand up and bow to Krakow and then head on into the middle cart. Krakow will signal his family to sort of pack up the picnic. They'll all get in the cart, and he'll let out. It sounds a lot like 2 claps and a whistle, so like, and then a whistle. But again, just opening his mouth, that's what comes out. And then he scampers over and jumps up on the driver's seat of his cart. The Warforged gets in the back of that cart. And they get rolling. So you guys can accompany them or not.
I asked, do you guys want to go with them, make a little coin, have a little security for a little while, and then get on our way to Alha? You guys just want to go straight there?
What do you want to do?
I kind of wanted to go with them. It seemed like an easy ride. They're going north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up the road to the junction that we saw.
They're sort of making. There's no road. They're just sort of making.
Okay.
And do you ask them about why they're not on the road?
Yeah, sure.
Krakow will explain that the road. So I'm gonna pull you guys back over to the hex map. He explains that on the road where you guys see the mark of the ruins there. He says that that's an old trading post that he's heard bad rumors about, so he's avoiding the road until he's through the hills.
Is this the one? This collection of rubble here at the end of the road here on the bottom of the map? Is that the?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
What rumors?
It's probably just nothing, but I've heard of, wayfarers being beset by horrible creatures in the night, and I'd rather avoid it. If I can get through without having to deal with ancient curses and undead, or even if it's just a group of bandits, the less strife, the less danger I have to put my guards in, the more likely I'm able to get through without having to pay extra hazard pay. And that's what I like. The less shiny I give away, the more shiny I keep.
Now I'm kind of thinking I kind of want to go to that.
Oh, trust me, friend. That's not worth your time.
No, I need a place with people.
No undead mysteries? Oh, man.
I'd rather stay with these guys. I don't
Sick of
want to go to
pirate.
near civilization.
Ghost shit.
Fine. All right, well, stick with these guys then. Make a little coin for a little muscle.
I'll go if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, sure. These guys seem fun, all right?
No.
No, they don't seem fun.
Not really, no.
Well, I messed up friendships with 2 of them already.
Welcome to my world.
Kiki doesn't even try. Kiki goes, I'm going to make an enemy.
Yeah.
Mark.
What's weird is when prepping for this one, I went a cheerful Kenku, a tiny little raven person. Kiki's going to just eat him up.
See, no, I asked you how big he was, and you said we were the same size, and that was the wrong answer. If
See,
he
but
was
the thing
smaller than me, I would have loved him.
The thing is, things don't get much smaller than you. Like, you're tiny.
I need to be able to put it in my pocket.
Oh my god. Do I have enlarged?
That's his children.
Andy tried to touch me, so no.
And they were going to touch the owlbear.
That's true.
You don't know that he was.
Yeah.
So,
You don't know that they put in a bid for the owlbear? Or open negotiations
That's
to
true,
buy your
but-
owlbear?
are we going with them?
I would like to. I mean, it seems like a cool gig.
SD Dan.
I don't like civilization.
But you might get a chance. No, you don't know what the fucking dogs are. You failed that.
You can probably ask them.
I'll steal you one.
They're not going to notice. Then you guys are going to be fighting over whose pet's cooler. Mine has feathers. Well,
What?
I'm gonna need a whole document to track the number of vendettas that all the people that you cross.
I already got one. Should I compare
Not
notes?
yours. Not yours, people who are out to get you.
there's just a dossier that's like this thick. You just present it. Well, Kiki,
Potential enemies for chaotic neutral.
The list of people who don't want to kill us is shorter.
Well,
I'm pretty sure Lee Howe wants to kill some of us.
or he wouldn't mind if we just passed away in the night at some point.
Yeah, he's not gonna cry over that.
He did volunteer to come with you guys.
I don't know why.
Adventure, entertainment.
I'm glad he did, because I think he healed the death out of us more than a few times.
I will never acknowledge that.
I need to set up a soundboard of past episodes so that every time you give him shit, I can just click on a button. It's like, we have, it's real.
All right, so the impression I'm getting is that for now, at least, you guys are going to continue with this caravan. That you're not staying behind at the Oasis as they roll off.
Character-wise, I think it's a good idea, just because from my perspective, we're safer with them than without.
Basically, the question is, which way did you prepare us to go for future episodes?
To be honest,
And
yeah,
which-
that's kind of what I didn't want to fuck up the flow of things, but you introduced it, so I don't know.
I don't want to show my hand too much,
Okay.
but
It's because there's
But-
nothing in it.
Good Lord.
I'm sorry.
Everybody
and you
loses
guys
their
are
shit like-
friends!
Best friends. Like,
The best.
Tiki struck by lightning. No damage.
He's gonna take away Fozzie. He
It just
really
hurts a
is.
lot.
Oh.
So, anyways, you guys are barely out of the Oasis when you hear the thunder of a large group of people. I approve. No more, because then our YouTube page is going to be flagged. But
But it's off key. It's fine.
yeah,
I don't know how else to do it.
the algorithm won't recognize the melody.
Not at all.
And rounding the bend ahead of you in this sort of valley, you see probably about 100 figures, all riding stirches, wearing gleaming silver armor and flowing white sort of raiment. They're not fully armored. It looks like they have breastplates and sort of shoulder rondels, but their heads are done up in just white head wraps. And all of them have the blazon of a sun with a sunbeam going straight down. And they ride up at the head of the caravan, and sort of the caravan stops. And the leader of the troops calls out for the leader, for the master of the caravan, show yourself. And Krakow converses in his beep speak with Ichi for a little bit, and then comes to a decision and stands up, and he says, "Good riders, are your headbands soiled? We have some headdresses for you. Do you need water? Do you need..." And in the middle of his speech, he's cut off, and the leader says, you travel through the sovereign lands of Alha. Why do you skirk on the side, off the road? Why do you not travel openly like an honest merchant? And Krakow does an explanation that there's haunted ruins, and the soldier says that no, that's not a sufficient excuse. Alha does not allow such superstitious beliefs. They're unnecessary underneath the light of the South. And you will be brought to Alha for questioning from the Order. And he gives a signal, and all of the Sturch riders sort of fan out and enclose the caravan. And what do you guys do? Just observe?
I ask what the hell's going on. Why are they so suspicious of us? I don't. Are you guys on the level? Yeah,
Are you asking this to Krakow?
Yeah, Krakow. Are you guys on the level, man?
Of course I am. They're just paranoid.
Uh,
I ask,
too many to
Why?
fight.
Why?
Is it-
What could I possibly be carrying?
is it Ian? Is that his name?
Who?
Human.
The human is Ivan.
Ivan. I ask Ivan, like, I take my dagger out and ask him. I feel like he's just no fucking good.
So what do you ask him?
If he knows what's going on.
Well, it seems that we're making a detour to Allah after all. And he and Li Hao sort of toast.
Oh God, I hate them.
I probably should have been in that car.
And actually, if Kiki's in that cart to ask this, then she's heard that they're actually they're swapping stories. So Li Hao's giving part of his life story to Ivan for inclusion in his book, and Ivan's giving his life story to Li Hao for conversion into poems and songs. And they seem to be hitting it off gloriously.
So I definitely hate them both now.
And Kiki's just in the back going,
Choking on rage.
And so I guess if you're there, Fozzie's probably nearby. So Krakow says, they harass honest merchants. They're probably mad that I'm not on their roads because they probably have some toll or other that they think I should be paying. But that's ridiculous. It's not like they maintain the roads. Why should I pay for them?
Could I get well, if I got out of the caravan and approached the lead Sturch rider,
Mm-hmm.
and talked to him, would he feel threatened?
Well, actually, I'm going to find him a token here. This will do. He actually comes, so essentially his troops have come out and enveloped the caravan and are steering them off towards the east. So the caravan's still moving. They're just sort of being herded along by this miniature army. The lead Sturch rider has come up to personally escort Krakow's wagon. And Krakow is pointedly ignoring him.
His direction?
I
Or
didn't catch.
ignoring his direction to change
He doesn't.
course?
He doesn't really have the option. So I mean, the caravan is following, but he's not engaging this guy in conversation at all. Sort of giving him the silent treatment as the only rebellion he has available to him.
I guess I'll try. What is it? A persuasion? We're not trying to, we're not trying to be shady or anything. We just didn't want to go to. We didn't want to get raided by bandits, and we were trying to stay, in a safe path, and we weren't trying to be duplicitous or anything, and we weren't trying to go to Alha because we heard some bad things, some factions, some problems, so we were trying to steer clear of that. And on the persuasion, I got a 13. I'm sorry, 15. Looked at the wrong figure.
He says, whether intentional or not, you have been led astray, my friend. There's only glory and peace within the City of Light, and the only unsafe path is the path which leads you away from it. If you walk under the light, you will be safe, and we will lead you there. You need not fear for your safety. You are within the hands of the Order of the Southern Light.
I'm gonna have so much fun here.
I need to do a insight check on that guy for
Okay.
like indoctrination, or if he seems blinded by duty or whatever.
These people are on my shit list right now.
They seem like douchebags. Wait, what did I say I was gonna do?
Insight.
Insight. 23.
Okay, you get a pretty solid read on him. He honestly believes everything he said to you.
Do you frequent Alha, or are you stationed like out in the outskirts most of the time?
Alha is my home, as it is the home of all righteous people.
But do you actually live there, or have you been posted out here for so long that you haven't seen your home?
Are you deaf or just not very bright?
A little bit of both.
I don't want to get stabbed.
Hey, as we're doing this, I'm gonna throw some mud at Bert, just for the hell of it.
Blech. Wait, where are you getting mud?
I
Just
got
dig it out of
water.
your
We're in sand.
He's using some of his canteen water to make mud balls from his
I'm a
beard.
survivalist.
I can make mud wherever I am.
That's his talent, his only talent.
The only spell he knows is create water.
Hey,
Just to throw mud.
you need some mud? I'm Crazy Zerf. Come on down to Crazy Zerf. So we got mud. We got clay. We've got soil. You need mud? I got mud.
You
I
want
don't know
some
what
squish
you wanna do
between
with
your
it, but I
toes?
got mud.
Why was that
One more.
Borderlands 2?
What more you want?
So I'm trying to
So,
have a conversation with Shiny Knight, and I just...
Roll me an attack, please. A ranged attack. So this is dex based.
Oh, it's my dex. Oh, it's not bad. 13.
And what's your AC, Bert?
16.
Oh.
Okay. You dodge out of the way.
Oh god, it's gonna see
And
if it hits.
The mud ball flies right in front of the captain, and he orders a halt, and in a very, very pissed off voice, "Who threw that? Who dared assault a captain of the Order of the Southern Lights?"
Crap, I gotta fix this. No, he didn't throw it. He threw it at me. He's just a bad shot. He's just trying to get me to shut up because I irritate him.
Persuasion, poor floor.
Don't fuck!
I take it that's an Uno.
I can... No, it's a 2, but what am I getting to add to it? A 9.
Persuasion. So total of 9?
Total of 9.
Okay. He doesn't take immediate action, but he informs you that this will be in his report when you arrive at the city.
He doesn't know who threw it.
Well, if I... Wait. Oh, yeah, he doesn't know, but I do.
Well, you got
Who
the
else
sense
throws
that
mud
he...
that I know?
You get the sense that he doesn't care. That to him, everyone's guilty for that transgression. That you're all equally culpable.
Dude, we have killed so many people. We've toppled civilization. We've allowed incursions to just like kill civilians, and now a mud ball is going to be the thing that lands us in prison.
Gotta change it up sometimes.
So you guys reach the road, and he takes you on a tack eastward towards an old-looking bridge. And for every mile you go, like as you reach the road and you're not allowed to turn north, Krakow seems to get more and more dejected. And so I think that we're coming towards the end of where I'm going to cut this episode. Do you guys do anything else while under escort of these fine, lawful good knights?
I get out of the caravan and ride Fozzie,
Okay.
and I go through the packs that Lee Howe put on him.
Okay.
I want to know what's in the packs.
I inspect this thing.
Okay. So that we'll start with the packs. There are some cheeses, some dried fruit, a couple bottles of wine, picnic supplies, basically.
I start eating them and drinking them. and feeding them to Fozzie. And I like tap on the caravan to make sure Lee Howe watches me.
He slides open the window and he goes, "You're finally getting some taste. I'm so happy. Please do enjoy." And he closes the window and raises a glass to you.
Well, that should piss you off.
Just throw it on the ground, like as he's watching, just like pour it out.
Urge to kill rising.
Oh yeah, it's up there.
I want to talk to one of these people about the doggy.
So first, Kai wanted to interact with Ichi.
Oh, okay.
Just look.
What-
Just inspect his build.
So you're sitting there staring at him, to the point where it's probably impolite,
What else is new?
and you can't quite figure out how it all works. It seems like it shouldn't, it just shouldn't work. Like it's just, he looks like he should just be a puppet. You know, that there's nothing to actually animate anything. Is that what you were sort of looking for?
Ew, and his metal, type of metal.
You can't identify the metal, and you're not quite sure how it was made. You actually almost get the sense that it was grown.
I'm fascinated by him. I'm just I can continue to stare at him.
Can I act as interpreter to get back on Metal Man's good side? Or Ichiban?
You get the sense that he's not so much mad at you, he's just never going to let you work on him.
He's just creeped
Like-
out.
Yeah.
Now it's new.
So yeah, I mean, you can
Oh.
act as...
I'm gonna make him very uncomfortable.
We're gonna double team him. Just uncomfortable on both sides.
Like he's meat or something.
So let's see how uncomfortable he gets. He seems pretty cool about it. Like it's nothing new to him. So, as the day draws to a close, you guys
The thing
reach...
I wanted to do was to ask him why he was so irritated that we weren't going north, or at least why it seemed he was getting so irritated, or just
Because-
bummed out.
Well, you see these guys, right?
Hmm.
He says, the entire city's like that. I can't make a bargain anywhere. They just take what they want in the name of the great holy light. They just take it. I'm sorry, listeners. There was some visual humor there where he sort of turns to the side to where the paladin is riding along, and that's when he enunciated very loudly that the light is great and glorious. He says, but the specific wares I have will fetch a fine price in Tyrie or Keta, and I have some ore that would be great for Brima, but I just know that if we get to Alha, they're just going to confiscate it under some pretense or other that they'll think is perfectly just.
That seems pretty shitty.
Can't wait to get there.
I'm all for free market. I don't like this.
So, as night begins to fall, you set up camp at one end of this bridge that sort of arches this canyon, and moving you guys back over to the hex map. It's this southern river down here.
Okay.
There. And even though there isn't a road marked on the map, there does seem to be, like I said, a bridge and then a road that's not as well maintained as the one you crossed, that head into some mountains that are clustered together and very, very pointy. This is significant, and you can roll intelligence or nature to see if you know why this is significant.
Intelligence and nature are the same thing.
Well, but some people might be trained in nature.
Oh, okay.
So if you're not trained in nature, it's just flat intelligence.
Good job, Amy.
Kiki thinks that they're the long lost fangs of an ancient
Yes!
giant dragon, and Zerf agrees with her.
Holy shit, a zero.
High five.
That's 2 natural ones. Roll 20. You know, they were having issues earlier and went down for maintenance. I'm wondering
This
if
is why.
the string of ones is the result.
Wow.
I got a 15.
Natural one with a -1.
This looks like a cluster of volcanic peaks to you, Bert. So, as night falls, I think I want a cliffhanger.
Suddenly you're attacked by ghost bandits!
That's what I was going to do, but I wasn't happy with the map I set up for it. And I realized that being attacked by ghost bandits while you're in the middle of this giant army doesn't really hold as much water. So, we're going to break right here. Those of you if anyone's watching on Twitch, we'll be back in a few. For those of you listening through whatever method you choose to listen to us, we will see you next week. And thanks. We're always happy to have listeners. Do you guys do anything as camp winds down for the night?
Like I said, I just want to talk with someone about those. I can never remember what the hell they're called.
Skag.
Skag looking things, yeah.
Oh, the Bazrogs?
Bazrogs, yeah. Find out more about them.
And so, one of the Thrycreen will regale you until you're just bleeding out the ears all about Bazrogs and how they grow in the desert, or how their natural habitat is the deep desert, and they're primarily refuse feeders. Are kind of like hogs in that sense. And he is really enthusiastic and goes on for hours about the finer points of Bazrog breeding and husbandry.
And taming, and
He says you basically have to raise them from the larval stage in order to tame them.
and how long does it take for them to grow that size?
I'm kind of frightened by these questions, if I'm being totally honest.
I want one. I will do what I can to find one.
I'm glad I didn't pick some of the scarier critters from this thing. They were almost going to be Enixes, which are bigger and meaner and nastier.
Wait, is that a desert or a what's it called? Dark Sun book?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say that they mature within a few months of hatching.
Okay. Where do I find one?
The Glittering Coast is where you could, find the Bazrog ranches. But they really don't do well outside of the deep desert. They don't like the cold. They don't like the wet. And so they're sort of specific creatures.
Okay.
Okay. So, in the absence of a cliffhanger, you guys bed down for the night. There's a lot of tension between the caravan guards and these knights.
Throw a
And
wine bottle at Lee Howe.
roll me a
As
range
he's
attack.
tucking in. As he's tucking in.
Just lob one like a grenade.
Yep.
Side-handed.
Probably not. 13.
He catches it.
Ah, I'm just so full of rage. I don't sleep well.
We will see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, keep it chaotic.
Take it easy.
See ya.